Hi everyone and welcome to the latest episode of Just Good Games. In this episode we are taking a look at the autumn/winter release schedule for the Nintendo Switch. Now there are 4 absolutely massive games coming out on the Switch this autumn/winter, and it actually probably has the best lineup out of all 3 consoles. Yes, there is no Mario, but these 4 games are going to be absolutely sweet. So let's have a look and let's dig in right now. Yes, there is no Mario this autumn/winter, but on Halloween, his ever-capable brother Luigi is stepping in to fill his shoes in probably one of the most anticipated Nintendo games of all time. Yes, I'm talking about Luigi's Mansion 3. This is the 3rd installment in the Luigi's Mansion series. I played the first one on Nintendo GameCube and enjoyed it so much. Then the second one came out on DS, and I didn't own a DS at the time that came out, so I did not play the second one, which I think is true for a lot of people. So for a lot of people, this might as well be the 2nd installment. Now the story, from what I understand and gather from the trailers and what's been written, is Luigi and all the Mushroom Kingdom people go to this hotel, and then I believe that all the other Mushroom Kingdom people go missing and it's tasked with Luigi to find them. Now whether they are trapped in paintings like Mario was in the first one, or they've been turned into ghosts by a evil force or something, I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to finding out how this plays out. He is back with the Poltergust G00, which has a bunch of new moves. It has a slam move, which essentially means you can slam ghosts into other ghosts, or if they're trying to get away, you slam them and it stops them getting away. There's the suction shot, which I think works more on puzzles. It allows you to move objects and destroy objects. There's also the burst, which allows you to blow ghosts away when they're getting too close, to give you a breathing space to try and reassess the situation. And finally, there's Gooigi. Gooigi is a goo form of Luigi, hence the name. And he can squeeze into little gaps and probably go through pipes and things like that, which is obviously how some of the puzzles will work. That looks fantastic. A second player can take control of him, so you have that co-op multiplayer vibe going on. Speaking of multiplayer and co-op, you have the Scare Scraper, which looks like challenge rooms, and it looks like to be mini games and stuff you can do with your friends, so that looks really exciting. Overall, Luigi's Mansion, the first one on GameCube, was one of my favourite Nintendo games of all time, and I am so pleased that Nintendo are making a sequel or a prequel to this game. The bar for Nintendo Switch first-party exclusives is really high, so I'm hoping Luigi's Mansion 3 can hit that bar and be another win for the Nintendo Switch. Pokemon Sword and Shield is up next, and this is out on the 15th of November. I have discussed this on another video, but I had to include it in this one, as how can you have a Switch lineup for the rest of the year without having Pokemon Sword and Shield on it? So judging from the new trailer which I have put up on this video, it looks like there are new versions of classic Pokemon, which I think is really cool, and I think addresses the issue of some of the older generations of Pokemon not being in this game. I personally am just so prepared to dive into the Pokemon experience again. As I said on the other video, I haven't played one since Pokemon Ruby, and I'm just ready, because they were getting a bit repetitive. You can sort of guess what's going to happen in them, but because it's been a while since I played one, and I think this is true for a lot of people, might not be, but for me it is, I'm just so looking forward to this. I think the new world, I think the fact that it's going to be the first mainline Pokemon game on a home console, although the Switch being handheld makes that sort of a cheat, but it's still going to be amazing. This will be a fantastic game, and there's just been controversy about it, and I don't really understand why. Yes, the graphics are not as good, but it's Pokemon, for God's sake. It's going to be sweet. I'm prepared for this game. I've got the Pokemon theme music as my alarm now from the original series, and I've got the original series on Netflix, so I've actually been watching that. I am Pokemon ready, so let's go Pokemon, let's go. Right, so Astral Chain. Now this game has crept up on me, as I remember it being announced. I think it was announced at E3 last year, and I really like the look of it. and I thought, oh, that'll be cool, but I haven't seen any of it since. And then it was like, oh, it's out next week, it's out on the 30th of August, and I've been watching the trailers, and I'm like, oh my god, this game looks amazing. For one, it's Platinum Games, and you know what you're going to get with Platinum Games. You're going to get good combat, big bosses, and good puzzles. And I love Platinum Games. Their record is so strong. Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2, Nier Automata, which is one of my favourite games of all time. I don't think you can go wrong with this game. From the trailers, it looks like futuristic cops, and that you have a sort of AI android buddy with you, which can turn into an animal, which can obviously aid your skills and be used to solve puzzles. This looks fantastic. It has a bit of a Nier Automata vibe to it, in the fact that it's apparently changes styles a lot, which is one of my favourite things about Nier Automata. As you notice, I say Nier Automata or Nier Automata, depending on how I feel. But anyway, this game looks fantastic. I think it could be a real sleeper hit of this year. It might get lost amongst some of the bigger releases, but I will be getting this game, and I think I'm going to really enjoy it, and I think you should too. I think it will get good reviews, and I think it will be another notch on Platinum Games' belt. And finally, we have The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, the remake. This game looks absolutely awesome, and it's coming out on September the 20th. So I have actually never properly played a 2D Zelda game. I've always played the 3D games. So I'm really looking forward to finding out what the sort of 2D Zelda games are about. Yes, the graphics do make it look more 3D now, but it's definitely got that 2D old school Zelda vibe, as I never had a SNES. To be honest, it is just more Zelda. It is just more Zelda music, more Zelda world, more just of that Zelda combat. You know, the items are going to be cool. They always are. Bombs, bow and arrows, hopefully a hook shot. I don't know. I've not played the original, so don't hold me to that. I just remember this being announced, and I was like, oh, cool, this is going to be sweet. And obviously you've got Breath of the Wild 2 coming. So actually, we're getting a lot of Zelda on the Switch. And I think that is really cool, as usually you only get about one, maybe two Zelda games at a push on a console. So Nintendo are really outdoing it. They're giving us more Zelda, and I love it. Also, it looks like we're getting a dungeon creator, which might as well be the Legend of Zelda maker along with Mario Maker. Nintendo obviously are enjoying their fan base creating their own content, so adding a dungeon maker into this makes so much sense and will probably capitalise on the whole Mario Maker craze. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it'll be sweet, so I will be getting this, and I hope you get it too. So this has been Just Good Games Nintendo Switch preview. Now, when these games come out and I play them, there will be definitely a lot more in-depth analysis of them, and probably a couple of them might appear on my best of 2019 end of year list. Now, my Legend of Zelda Wind Waker video is coming. I promise you that. It just needs a couple more weeks. But all I can say for now is thank you for the new subscribers, and all you have to do now is subscribe yourself, like it, and share. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, like us on Instagram, and you have been watching Just Good Games Nintendo Switch Preview.